Hi, hello, what's up? It's me, Edward. I've been gone for like 2 weeks, and in the past month and a half, I haven't been talking a lot, like in general. So I feel like I'm losing my voice because now when I talk to people, I feel like, you know, those people that have that kind of tone, vocal style, where it sounds like they're about to cry all the time, or their voice cracks quite often. I feel like that's me right now. So to kind of warm up my vocals, I'm gonna do this sort of video, which I honestly, ever since, you know, the whole pandemic, I just feel like everyone's, not just like priorities, but just like interests when it comes to even things like on YouTube have completely changed. Beauty videos, I just feel like this is a very big generalization, but I just feel like nobody really cares about beauty videos the same way as before the pandemic. Not like it really matters for me because like 90% of the people that watch me only really care about like content when it comes with like K-pop idols and stuff, which is understandable. But with this shit from 3C and this whole collaboration between 3C and Disney, I could not contain myself. Like are you serious? So for this video, you can kind of just sit back, relax, and just play this video in the background, as I'm sure many of you do with my videos. This is gonna be a chill video where I'm just trying out makeup. 3C collab with Disney, clearly, as you can tell by the title of this video. There's 2 blushes, 2 eyeshadow palettes, 2 lip tints, and 2 lipsticks, and 2 hand mirrors. But the thing is, I'm just gonna say it here right now. First of all, the packaging is freaking adorable. They divided it up between red and blue, which I think the red stuff is supposed to be a little bit more warm tone, while the blue stuff is supposed to be slightly more cool tone. That's just what I'm thinking. It might not be true, but in general though, 3C is kind of a brand that caters more for warm toned individuals. I will say there is a misconception that most Koreans are just yellow tone, like warm toned. While the majority are, there is a population of cool toned people, but it's just not as common. So I think we need to get out of the mindset that everyone is warm toned in Korea or in Asia in general. Anywhere. Besides the packaging being freaking adorable, look at that. When I saw these, I was like, wait a minute. It dawned on me that this is literally a cash grab for 3C, and they did nothing but repackage products they already came out with. Which, to be honest, I guess is a smart business move because people fucking love Disney. So I was wondering why there were so many Disney collabs this year. It's the year of the mouse in the Chinese zodiac, so that makes sense. Which was weird because ever since the acquisition of 3C by, I think it was L'Oreal, if you are into the beauty sphere or whatever, you know often that when these big companies buy out these brands, they start releasing more products, but also in turn, quality tends to take a nosedive. And with 3C being bought out by L'Oreal, I believe it was, they've been releasing so many products. So I kind of, in a way, got overwhelmed by 3C and kind of like stopped going there all the time unless there was something that I really wanted. So which is why I'm surprised, because I thought with this, they would have just come out with new colorways of these eyeshadow palettes. But no. So if you haven't been shopping at 3C and you've been eyeing these products, I guess now would be a good time to check them out because of the cuter packaging. Things like the blushes might look like different colors because the packaging is different colors, but they're literally the same shades. The eyeshadow isn't really following that whole sort of warm, cool thing that I mentioned. The blue one seems to be more warm than the red one. How about we do this? We'll do a whole look using the blue, and then I'm gonna take that off, and then we'll do a whole look using the red packaging things. I always come up on these videos with like, if I'm filming at home, I always come up wearing just my house clothes. But I felt like that looked really sad, even though it's relatable. So I decided to wear, you know, clothes for outside, but now I'm feeling, I'm like burning up. Let's do blue first, because I like blue. Now the beauty guru inside of me, as much as she wants to give you this in-depth review about this stuff, like I cannot be bothered. You cannot be bothered because, like, honestly, who cares? We're literally in the middle of a pandemic. Oh my god, why am I using this mirror? Literally, it comes with 2 mirrors. Ta-da! This is so cute! And there's just something about matte, soft touch mirrors that like, I literally like want to own every single one in the world. This blue one, Almond Fudge. I mean, I have the original version of it, but I never reached for it because it's just, these are not colors that I like. It's a very like orangey brown palette. I feel like would suit more olive skin tones better. Yes, come through pigment. I don't know why I'm using that as a base, to be honest, because it's literally like the color of my skin. Yeah, there's so many things that I wanted to film. I constantly am wanting to film beauty videos because those are my roots. But I'm constantly in this like battle in my head about like, you need to move on, you need to evolve your content, because that's something you often see. Like I'll watch like one of the I've been watching such random videos lately. Like I literally I've been on this whole streak of like medical mystery. It took me seeing 5 doctors to find out what was wrong with me, you know, those things. I've been on that. I've also just been on, you know, like commentary YouTubers and stuff. And you often see the videos where they're talking about like, oh, this YouTuber dropped off the face of the planet because, you know, they just would not move on and evolve their content. So I'm like constantly like that. I personally have more fun editing and filming fun videos, you know, non-beauty focused, the ones where it's kind of like not reviews. But it's just, I can't, because I love makeup so much, I just can't help it. I'm taking that orangey brown color. You know what? I'm gonna stop trying to explain. I'll just, like, you can see there's literally only 4 colors in this palette. I'm sure you can figure out how I'm doing this, because I don't even change the way I do my makeup anyway. What I will say though is that I have been wearing less makeup lately just because I never go out, so there's no need for me to. But what I do, since I'm wearing a mask anyway, I don't even bother. I feel like the age of the heavy makeup is slowly coming to, the bubble is starting to burst. I feel like I have one of those like body dysmorphia sorts of things, because I look at myself in the mirror, I look like okay, but then I look at myself in this 4K ass camera and I like look completely different. Even though they're like literally right next to each other, but I look different. This 4K is coming for my career. That's a really, really yellowy brown. Like this is like exactly the type of brown I hate the most. Even though technically it suits my skin tone, as I am more on the warm neutral side. But there's just something about that color that I'm not really, she doesn't feel it. I don't vibes with it. It's not the vibe. Which is ironic because I colored my hair and I left the manicure in too long, and it actually goes well. I'm hoping that this lack of like posting on YouTube has recharged my, how do you say? I feel like this is something a lot of YouTubers go through when they post so many videos. They run out of things to talk about. Plus the fact that they probably, if you're a full-time YouTuber, you only stay at home, you have nothing to talk about. If you have like nothing going on, then you really have nothing to talk about. And even when I was really posting, it was mostly with idols. It's not like I was talking about myself or anything going on in my life. I made a video with my sister how I would have done her canceled prom makeup, because obviously everything was canceled. I feel so bad for her. She's a senior, and Victoria's a senior, and she was gonna graduate, but obviously everything's canceled because of the pandemic. And the thing is, she was gonna have her prom, and she bought her prom dress, but then school shut down and everything. So I thought it'd be a cute idea to do her makeup the way I would have done it if, you know, she was able to go. Well, one, I didn't bring my good camera with me to America. I literally just bought my little digital camera, which is good, but only when there's really good lighting. And at the time, we started late, so it was like almost sundown, plus it was a cloudy day, so like the noise in that video footage was like out of this world, and like I was just not, she wasn't feeling it. I could not feel the jantasy. I mean, I filmed the whole thing anyway. Let me know if you still want to see it. I'll probably upload it when I really, really don't have anything to upload. But I think more than that, I just dislike the makeup I did on her. It could have been prettier. I actually did her makeup for her graduation photos that she took, which were so awkward, by the way. I mean, they were free, but the lady doing them. Remember back in like early, I don't know if this is like relatable or anything, but I really felt like there was this trend of like around 2006 to like 10, there's this trend of people buying digital cameras from like Nikon and Canon, thinking that they could like, you know, especially when MySpace was becoming really popular, everyone was like a photographer. So people would literally buy digital cameras to take good photos. Because at the time, obviously, you know, phones, like cell phones didn't have cameras the way they do these days. So people would buy like Nikons and Canons to take professional looking photos. And that's literally the vibes I was getting from that photo shoot. I felt so bad for her. I like slayed her makeup. I made her look so good. And they weren't bad, but it was just giving me like MySpace vibes. And I don't know, one day we're gonna have to redo that photo shoot. The lady was super sweet though. She was really nice, and her daughter was her assistant and everything, but I don't know. Like the photos are free, so I can't really complain. But I was telling my dad, I was like, bro, like we could have done this on our iPhones, like. So as you guys know, I don't wear mascara that much these days. I keep saying like I never wear mascara, but I remember there was like a point in time like 2 or 3 years ago where I was wearing mascara a lot, so I can't be saying that. But I don't wear mascara that much these days. But I bought when I go to America, I go ham on Amazon. This like heated eyelash curler I bought for when I do other people's makeup, and because you guys know, because I don't do it to myself. When I do other people's makeup, especially girls, you guys know I don't fuck around with false eyelashes. My eyeliner sucks. But I bought this because I just don't really I don't mess around with eyelash curlers, but I wanted to try this. And also, you know that trick that a lot of Koreans do where they take a tteokbokki stick, like the wooden sticks, skewers, and then they burn it, and then while it's heated, they use it to curl their lashes. I basically bought this for that because I don't want to carry around like a lighter and tteokbokki sticks with me. But this slaps. I think it works well on thin lashes. I have a lot of lashes, but I guess they're relatively thin. Yeah, I just have a lot of them. Like when you use an eyelash curler, it gives you that sort of, if you don't do it well, you get that sort of like, but this one, you can kind of just hold at the base of the lash and it literally makes you look like you got a lash perm. So because I feel bad for not really wearing mascara, I feel bad as if that really matters. I'll use this to kind of just perk up my lashes a little bit. If you use this, I recommend kind of pushing them up with your cool finger because if you just use this, it doesn't... technically, you're supposed to use mascara and then this, but I'm not wearing mascara. Should I wear mascara? When you don't do mascara and eyeliner, sometimes you can look like empty and like unfinished, which is all my makeup. Oh, by the way, this is rechargeable. You use USB, which is better than carrying a lighter, like I said, and you don't have to, because tteokbokki sticks you throw. I don't know why I keep talking about this. It's not sponsored. In Peach Splash, I know I really like this blush. I used it a lot in last summer. No, in the spring. I don't know. This came out with the spring collection. Yeah, it was last year. Should I talk about this? Does it matter? I feel like nobody really cares if I like make a surprise video or anything because I feel like on YouTube, people don't do well with surprises. I'm collabing with this makeup brush brand to release a line of face brushes. Professional. And by professional, I just mean... Actually, I don't know what I mean. I attached that shit on there because it makes it sound more professional. Anyway, it's a bunch of face brushes and it's a collab between me, my brand View 92, and them. So Peach Splash, she's literally, as her name suggests, peach. I put the ISO on auto, but she keeps jumping around. The V-line here, where the V-line meets the bottom of the nose, so like here, is kind of where you want to put that blush. That way you get that sort of, when you're naturally flushed, also tip of the nose, chin, here. There's actually areas of the face where when you flush, these become flushed. Now for the lipstick. The lip tint, I really don't want to put the lip tint on because they're tattoo lip tints. There's two, obviously. Isn't that so sweet? The tattoo tint formula, I hate. I do not like. It's so strong. And the thing is, with these strong tints, you never really get natural colors because there's no way to create such a strong, like, staining tint in natural colors. You can really only do it with strong, like, jinan colors. But other than that, my kind of, like, gripe, can you call it a gripe? Because I don't really, it's not that big of a deal to me. But I'm gonna swatch. This one is Lustic. There it is. Do you see how strong that is? Then we have Coolest. Watch. Do you see the difference between those two colors? Because I can barely see it. Slight difference, but I think through this video, you're not going to be able to tell. Coolest is a slightly more blue-toned red, while Lustic is more of like a orangey, slightly orangey red, but they're both basically the same red, but one just has a slightly different undertone than the other. And you know what? Take one for the team. This shit is strong. I do have lip tint remover, but it's just annoying because my lips are gonna get fucked up after this video. Dear God. Oh, I look like a Korean high school girl. That's Oh, girl. That ain't it. Oh. Okay, I'm leaving it like that because if I put that shit all over my lips, she is... Oh, boy. Let me at least make it look pretty. What the heck? You know, the more I look at it, the more I kind of like it. The situation I think this would look pretty in, though, is very little to no makeup, almost bare face, and then really strong lips. Although I poke fun at people that do that, I do think it looks almost like you know those people that wear like, oh, with like a white shirt and just jeans with like a strong bold red lip, basically like that. But for this look, I'm like, it ain't it. Can I be honest with you guys for like 2 seconds? But I love just getting back to doing these sorts of videos. On that video I did with my siblings, my sister said that there was a comment saying like, oh, can you do more videos like this and stop doing makeup tutorials? Those are boring. And honestly, that kind of like, half of me understands why, because makeup tutorials, like, even for me, I don't watch them these days anymore unless it's from very, like, YouTubers I really love. But also, I'm like, those are my roots though. Like, this shit does not erase. It's so strong. I'm not gonna swatch the other one just because it pretty much looks like, honestly, I did try both off camera, but it literally just looks like this. A tint is a good tint apparently if when you wipe off the, like when you swatch it and you wipe off the majority of it, the stain that's left behind should be exactly the same color as the stain. If it's not, it's apparent, and you get this really ugly pink sort of stain. Really bad quality lip tint, you'll often see it where you wipe it and it leaves this really strong pink. And if you have like a whole line of them and they're all bad quality and you kind of swatch them and they're all different colors, but when you wipe it and they all turn to this stain, that's a bad tint. And it should not, because when you're wearing a tint, you want it to last throughout the day. So obviously when it fades off, you want it to be exactly the color that you bought and were wanting. If it fades to this pink color that you weren't asking for, what's the point? Am I right? So the blue lipstick is this one. It's coming off very strong on camera. It's the soft brownie pink called Best Part. And actually, ooh, Phuket, Thailand. Damn it. Of course I had to show that for the camera. It's a matte lipstick, so I'm gonna put lip primer on. This is a new one from Pony Effect. It's a matte lip primer and I really like it. It really softens up the lips, but also creates a really beautiful canvas for matte lipsticks. I don't know how they do this shit, but like it doesn't feel matte, it just feels slightly moisturizing. I'm not looking to it for moisture, but it creates a really beautiful base for matte lipstick, so. It's cute. It's one of those colors though that has like a really bright base to it. So this is one of those colors that's really good for brightening up the face. There are a lot of colors, like the comparison I often think of is, if you look at Korean ranges of lipsticks compared to American ranges of lipsticks, American lipsticks looks very dark and gray compared to these Korean like lip products because they're so bright. And I often feel like one of the big differences between American makeup and Korean makeup is that I feel like, again, generalizing, but I think you guys know what I'm talking about. American makeup often makes people look older and more mature, and I think it has to do with the fact that a lot of the like undertones in not every single product, but a lot of them, especially the more trendy brands, can make you look drab sometimes. But with a lot of Korean ones, they often go for that whole brightening effect. So this is, I mean, not to say that this is a color you can't find in American beauty brands, but this sort of color kind of is the kind that when you apply it, your face just looks much more bright and you look more awake in a way. I will say though that it's kind of clashing with the eye makeup though. I don't know if they said that they're supposed to go together, but like this is a very yellowy brown while this is a more like corally sort of thing, and I would never match these two together. With that lip primer, it looks so much better. I don't mind the formula of 3C lipsticks, but I know a lot of girls that don't like it because it's so dry for them to. This one isn't really, it doesn't feel like deadening dry, it just feels more, while being matte, it still feels a little bit more moist, I guess. Hello, future Edward. This is why I don't talk when I'm doing my makeup. But anyway, I tried it again, and I like it a lot more this way. You're on with the video. Oh my god, by the way. Did you guys hear? I don't know if this is like news that people know of. But that whole situation in Itaewon was like I feel like they don't really say it in articles like like English articles, but in Korea they do. The name of the club is called King, that really popular. It's almost like the Rage of Itaewon. If you know Rage, it's like that really popular gay club in West Hollywood, where on every Friday it's Game Boy night, which is like Asian night. But anyway, that's where the outbreak was. Some dumb people. Dumb, huh? If they knew that they were infected, then yes, they were dumb. But also, we don't know if they knew that they were affected. Apparently, you can have the like virus but not show symptoms. So anyway, they went clubbing. To be honest, I thought that was a really bad idea. Literally, I mean, I think other clubs like straight clubs were open for a while already, but this gay club was open. And so people that had the coronavirus decided to hop up on that in the club, get crazy. And so I guess everyone else that was there that night were at risk, obviously. And so the articles about it came out, because of course they come out in Korea. Honestly, I can't gauge the level of like how aware, you know, the regular Korean population is about it. Because oftentimes you have this thing where people will look at the comments of 1 or 2 articles and assume that's what everyone thinks in Korea. Or even like in America or anywhere. But if we're judging based off of the articles, right now, the gays, their asses are getting eaten out, and not in a good way. Let me take off this makeup first and then I'll come back to finish what I'm talking about. The articles came out and gays, they're being ripped to shreds by a lot of people, I guess, on the articles at least. And there are people asking for them to release the information of everyone's names, which I think is kind of overboard. I feel like if anything, just find the people, which I think they can and they have. I don't know about every single person, but like this is Korea, like they know, they can track where you are. People that are quarantining, like you have to download an app and you have to connect it to a government official who has an app that connects to yours, and every morning and evening you have to put in your condition, like your temperature, you know, report with your person. They know when you leave the house and all that, so that's why I think Korea was able to really control the virus. But, you know, this whole Itaewon thing blew up. You know, there was another outbreak. Outbreak? Was it a huge outbreak? I don't know if it turned into like, you know, a second wave coming, but there were people that obviously caught it. Because in Itaewon, it's it's not that big. It's kind of rather small, so everyone's like tightly packed. So it just turned into this whole fiasco, and I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like the whole like, release their names, make them come out, is very overboard. It reminds me of that one lady, which is really weird. I forgot what country it was in, but Morocco, I believe. Some Moroccan woman. Woman now, she's trans, born male. She all of a sudden went on Instagram Live and started telling all her female followers to go download gay apps, you know, like Grindr and all that, and look for men in their area to like out them. And in Morocco, I believe it's like illegal to be gay, homosexual. So yeah, a little much. This is the mirror that was in another one. Oh my god, they're so cute. Now I'm gonna try the stuff in the red packaging. This is what side by side looks like. A very like rosy palette. Another tip for you. If whatever the palette you're using, oh my god, please focus! If the palette you're using doesn't have a mirror in it, instead of like tapping, sometimes I feel like that can waste the product because it kind of just flies off in the air. But to prevent fallout, dip into the shadow, and using the packaging itself, do this. It will help distribute the product on the brush more evenly and kind of help prevent fallout. I have no idea if this is true, but apparently there's a chance that the music shows, like Music Bank and all that, might be like ending because of this whole pandemic thing. No, don't take my word for it. It's just something I heard from around the vine. Through the grapevine, that wasn't even the right thing. Like they were still filming it without an audience, but like in general, I feel like music shows these days are just for YouTube basically, because nobody really watches them in Korea, like on TV. Crazy. Why am I so ugly? That's it. I'm running out of things to talk about. I don't know what to talk about anymore. I'm losing my train of thought. blush, Pure Cake. Another very bright blush. Just like the eyeshadow though, you can dip in there and use the packaging to even out the color, the pigment on the brush. It looks the same on camera. I blame the product for looking the same, but I am using literally colors that look the same. So the sweat is starting to push through my foundation. So this is something I do, especially when if I do go out with makeup, but I still have to wear, of course I have to wear a mask. I take like this Anastasia loose powder, any loose powder, on a big puff, and I rub it together to make sure it's really in there. I don't want any powder sitting on the surface. And then I literally just powder my whole face. This also prevents, because it's actually a baking powder and it's like it has pigment in it, make sure it's really in the puff. You'll have too much on the surface and you end up like making your foundation lighter, because these are baking powders that are meant to brighten areas of the face. So by doing this, it really locks in the foundation and it helps it from coming off so easily on a mask. Doesn't matter if you don't go out and you don't wear masks. Oh my god, that's one thing though. In America, in the times that I did go out for grocery shopping, nobody wore masks. And if they did, I mean, I guess bandanas count, but does that really do anything? Oh shit, no. She's getting bright again. And then she's getting dark again. Legit, that does not look pink on me. Up close it does, but overall the two tones look so similar. Unless I'm using like a neon electric blue blush on me, they all look the same. So here's the lipstick in the shade Picnicker, and then it's getting bright again. Here's what it looks like. It looks like a shocker, a brick orange. Oh sis. See, I feel like this might have looked better with the other eyeshadow, and the other lipstick would have looked better with this eyeshadow. Oh my god, I'm literally putting this in randomly. I forgot to talk about these. There's 2 pouches. I will say I really like 3C's pouches though. Why am I really, it sounds like I'm trying to keep my ass on some PR list that I'm not even on. I will say I'm super into like these mini size pouches because it keeps me from having to lug so much makeup, because I am a makeup fiend that tends to hoard makeup, and so if I'm traveling I tend to take more makeup than I actually use. So having this sort of thing, and the reason why this is like this is because 3C's brushes are double-ended, so they're going like this, so both sides are protected. Anyway, those are the pouches. Oh, and also there's this extra pouch in here as well, so you get a lot of room in here. Anyway, wow, so there is the 3C and Disney collection. I honestly think they're all cute products, but I feel like they're all cute separately. I don't think I would wear any of these together. To be honest, this is a very 3CE look, because I feel like sometimes they don't care for matching the top and the bottom of the face. It's just it's all 3CE, so like what does it matter? But also my hair is darker, so that could contribute to the strangeness of this makeup on my face. It's not like it's not bad, it's just, I don't know. It also might just be because I'm more into like very little makeup lately, as I'm sure most of you are, you know, just kind of since you're at home. And my next video is going to be skincare to do, not just in quarantine or whatever, but kind of like when you are just at home all the time. And I don't know about you guys, but for me, when I'm just at home, I end up not washing my face, and it just gets crusty and dirty. So just whenever you need a quick pick me up, that sort of thing. So I hope you guys enjoyed just hanging out with me today. If you're interested in anything that I use today, I'll try to link them this time. Hope you guys stay safe, and I'll see you around. Bye.